You know, in New York, anything goes.
Anything. So is it quiet down in New York? I mean, like, what's really going on? Every time I see like Broadway being closed, I'm a like huge fan,
Yeah.
and it just hurts my feelings. I'm like, wow, this is really.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to bring something back where there's limited seating and, spaced out and stuff like that. Even the movie theaters, they have it where you can have a private viewing. So if you did want to go to the movies, let's say with 20 guests, or I think 20 to 30 guests,
That you know.
um, right, then you can book the theater and they'll accommodate you that way. But
And
yeah,
that's here as well. They're doing that here as well.
and I think
I
that's
haven't
good.
been.
Not here in LA. LA is, when I say shut down, it is shut down. I mean, the theaters are closed. Everything's closed. I tell you what we do that's fun because we still have good weather. We do drive-ins now.
See, that's what I think they should bring back.
I think it makes all the sense. You're in your car, you're safe, and then if you want to get out, like each drive-in has each car when you pay, you get your little section. So if you want to take your chairs out and sit outside because the weather's nice, you can sit in your square. So
That's
that's
nice.
yeah, or sit on top of your car, or sit on the side, and or park backwards if you have your SUV and sit. But I think that's safe, and that's all we have. Everything else, theaters, there's nothing. Like when I say nothing, you can't eat in restaurants here.
Oh
Oh wow.
wow.
Oh no, 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 no. They close. It used to be where you could eat outside, and so all the restaurants built these beautiful tents,
Yeah.
and and it was really like, okay, I'm feeling this. I feel a little safe. And people started going back out, and then the uptick started taking off. And COVID, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard that COVID is so bad here.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to take all the tents down. And so basically, you have to order out. All the restaurants, like small mom pop businesses, are gone out of business because they can't
Oh
Mm.
my
open.
goodness.
So it's a really different culture here, and it's really sad. I'm surprised, just like you're surprised about Broadway. LA is, nothing going on. They're starting now to shoot. The movie industry is still shooting, but most of my friends that are involved in the industry, they have to get a COVID test every day.
Every day.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Then you got to sign a contract that you have to sign a contract that you're not going to be around anybody outside of your family, and it's really they're really serious. And some people, they even if it's like a big movie, you have to stay on campus. They keep you in their own facilities. But if you go
Wow.
home, you cannot be around anybody. You have to test that morning. And then if you shoot, 2 days later, you got to test again. They do the rapid test, so they know that it's done that day. But it's not the kind of swab; it's the kind that goes up your nose.
Mm.
It's very painful. So
That's rough.
it's pretty rough. And I mean, even me, and I'm not out, I get a COVID test every 2 weeks.
They want us to get one often here. We don't, but our numbers aren't as bad as they were like in March, April, May. Forget about it. New York was like the hot spot.
Let me tell you, my sister-in-law, she actually, she looks like, what is it, Barry? Barry Sweet?
Yeah. Very sweet.
I promise you, you guys look like sisters. And when I saw you, it was like,
We do.
hmm. And so she got COVID on Monday. This is in March, and couldn't breathe. She went to the hospital Tuesday. They sent her home. Went to the hospital on Wednesday. They sent her home Wednesday night. She couldn't breathe. Her daughter called paramedics. She was at the hospital on Wednesday, and she was dead on Sunday.
What?
At 43. We were devastated, like devastated. It was unbelievable. She lived in New Jersey.
This
Oh my
way, this was your
goodness.
sister-in-law?
Yeah, yeah. This was my first experience of, it hadn't made it to the West Coast yet. So we were like, we didn't understand it. We were like, okay, yeah, some it's not going to get us because we eat healthy and we do all these things. And once that happened, it became real to me. That's when it
Yeah.
really became real. And we were like, this, you can be dead. So yeah. So
Mm.
from that point, I've
That
been
is so scary.
we've been vigilant, like really, really vigilant about being extra safe, extra careful. And and then since then, I'm sure you guys have had a lot of death too, because I've lost a lot of friends over these last 9 months. So it's taught us a huge lesson.
Yeah.
Huge lesson.
If you don't mind me asking, how old was she?
43.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, 43. And no underlying disease.
I'm 43.
I'm telling you, no underlying diseases either.
Oh, see, and that's the thing. Like, that's why, even where I live at, I mean, you got some people who are really, really, vigilant, but it's a lot of people who are not. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's by the state, even not even just the state, even just local. It's just different.
And what's crazy is we would have had they told us this in the beginning and we knew how serious it was and how detrimental it was. I think people would have been more extra careful. We wouldn't have been thinking about our human rights. We would have been like, let's protect each other. So
yeah.
Anyway,
and then
we'll talk about this all day, right?
in the realism too, if it was affecting other people as much as it was affecting people of color, I think it would have been a bigger uproar as well. That makes a difference.
It does make a difference. Isn't that funny? A few white people have gotten it, but when black people get it, it seems like they just
wipe out. Just wipe out.
Just wipe out. And I asked my girlfriend, she's a doctor and she's deeply into this, and she said because most black people have underlying issues, diabetes, or lupus or high blood pressure, and it attacks that. So we're just vigilant out here. That's why I go every 2 weeks, and I don't go out or anything. But when I do have to go, to the grocery store and gas station, and minimal things that we have to do. But they're said the grocery stores are more infested than anything else.
It is.
Oh my God! This conversation is scaring me.
Avocados, you fill in the oranges to see whatever the fruit.
You turning a pineapple upside down. You see it because you exactly. You know what you're doing because you know what's right. And that's another thing. Like a lot of because I work with the 55 plus population, and they don't really go out. Like and we're just starting to get the test. As far as the vaccine and stuff like that. That's all. And we've been having meetings and been talking about that. And then they were talking about Instacart, and I'm like. But then somebody's still touching your stuff. So I'm like, what do you do?
What? You have to, even if you get Instacart, which means you don't go in the store, when they bring the groceries, you got to wash them off. You got to wash them. You got to
That's the thing. Like, that's big.
It's big.
Yeah, we can talk about this all day. We can.
Got a store one here.
Okay, so Cheryl. Oh, so to the beginning. I'll
blow my nose 1 second. All right,
go ahead. Go ahead. Of course, it's your girl Kim Dynasty. I'm here with my best friend Berry Sweet Leak, and I got the one and only entertainment exec, Cheryl Cobb.
Hey, please. It feels like I know you. You feel so familiar and comfortable.
Look, that's how I like it all. I like all my interviews to be like you're talking amongst friends, and literally that's what it is.
Yes. That's what I like, because when you talk about industry things or anything that's close and near and dear to our heart and you have something in common, it's easy to talk about.
Yes.
What you guys do is you dig and get information and you share it with people. So I have information to give and I'm open. So anything you want to know, I am here to talk about it.
Okay. I just want to also say that Cheryl is the author of Dirty Lil Secrets. Nobody wants to tell you in the entertainment industry, correct?
Yep. It's called 10 Dirty Little Secrets.
10 Dirty Little Secrets.
Yep. That nobody wants to tell you about. What's funny is the book, the big title is 10 Dirty Lil Secrets. And then in small print, it says that nobody wants to tell you about the entertainment.
Okay.
Even with what you guys do, you get the contract, and that small print is what people forget to read. And that's the part that will get you in trouble every single time.
I learned a valuable lesson buying furniture a long time ago. And this lady actually, she said something and it struck me. She was like, we don't always read. And it was like the fine print. And it was a situation where it was an insurance thing. And it taught me something at a young age, because it was like, she's right. I didn't pay attention to that,
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't it wasn't covered under my warranty. I saw everything that was the glitz and the glam, that was, highlighted. But that little piece that was not covered.
Us.
Yeah, too bad. So sad.
It's like I had my garage broke, and I pay for this home warranty insurance every year. You pay for this home warranty. If something breaks, you pay them like $30, and they come and fix whatever it is. So my garage broke, and they go like, "Oh, we replace doors. Oh, we replace handles. We don't replace springs." So the springs $1,000 plus $30 that you have to pay for me coming out. It was a small print. We cover garage doors. It says garage, and then in the small print it says, "But we don't cover springs."
And they always don't cover the stuff that you need.
Exactly. And so that's what happens in the entertainment industry. It says, "I'm giving you a deal."
Yes.
And you're like so excited. I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be on the radio. I'm going to be signed to a record label, and you sign it. And then you didn't read that you have to pay everything back. And you didn't read that if we don't like you, we'll put your project on the shelf for 7 years, and you can't sign with anybody else, or we're going to sue you. And then when people are like, "My project didn't work, can I re-release?" And they're like, "No, because you might be famous one day and we want a piece of it. But in the meantime, until we feel like it, we're going to put you on the shelf, and you're going to sit there and you can't do anything." And then people get depression and
writing slave on your face.
Hello. No, and that's it. I mean, I so understand. And there's a flip side of that. And the flip side is reading and negotiating. So when you sign a contract, my thing is, I'm not an attorney. So if I don't understand the language, let me go hire somebody to read the contract for me, and then come back and disseminate the information. So then I'll go, "Oh, okay, I got that." Because most times we're so excited, and we just forget that, we forgot to read it, and we get in trouble all the time. And that's why I wrote the book, because the book title, 10 Dirty Lil Secrets. I got 1,000,000 dirty little secrets, I promise you. But I was like, let me give 10
the big ones.
10 things that's going to happen every single time, no matter what, and no matter who you are. And not only does it happen in the entertainment industry, it translates into any industry. You could work at Walmart, Target, anywhere, radio stations. My first chapter says you're going to get fired.
Look, I need to read this book.
No matter who you are and where you go, sometimes or somewhere along the way, you get fired. And guess what? It hurts. How do you deal with it? And the book talks about getting fired and then recovering from the emotional breakdown, because that messes with your self-esteem. It messes with your psyche when someone says you're not good enough, because the first thing you think is, "I'm not good enough. They're talking about me, and I lost my job because, they didn't like me, or they're jealous of me, or how about I wasn't good enough." It's just, you go through so many, your self-esteem is attacked. Character is attacked. And my book talks about how do you recover from that. And
we needed you.
And also to expect it, because it's gonna happen.